Alright, this video is on horse rearing. The fear in rearing is that the horse rears up too high. The horse is going to go over backwards and crush your chest. And it can be extremely dangerous. It can put you in the hospital. So this is a good video to teach you how to take your horses out of rearing. And it really doesn't matter how high they rear. If it's 6 inches off the ground, if it's 12 feet off the ground, or over on top of you, it's still rearing. And if you dismiss it when it's little, it's going to get bigger and you're going to eventually get hurt. So here I'm just asking him to come into the bit, and then he's going to get upset here in a minute. He's going to rear up. So what I do from here is I just boot him forward. I'll make him go forward. There has to be a motivator in the training why he doesn't want to rear anymore. The motivator is work. The work has to improve his performance on the ground and under saddle. Right now I'm going to work on his trot. I want him to, go forward. I want him to be off the forehand in the trot. I want a nice collected trot. I want him into the bit. This is a lot of work for him. So the motivator is, if you're going to rear, this is what you're going to do. And, after the second or third time on this particular horse, he starts thinking long and hard about rearing when I ask him just to simply come into the bit and stop. So now we're going to try it again. And there he wants to rear. Right back to work for him. There has to be some type of motivator, just like I just said, has to be a motivator for him to want to come out of rearing. And you got to be able to correct the problem within the first 3 seconds of them rearing, or if it was bucking or whatever the case may be. It's got to be within the first 3 seconds, or else he's not going to be able to understand why we're getting after him, why we're making him go back to work. So the whole time I'm correcting the problem, I'm working on his performance under saddle in this case. And I'm going to go ahead and keep him straight, go into the corner there as much as I can, and really work on him staying into the bit at the trot, and maybe crossing diagonal, and working on a lengthening, working on an extended trot, whatever the case may be. Whatever I know he's capable of is what he's going to do. Here we tried again, and there he pops up on me again. So now we're going to go and we're going to work on his canter work. And I'm going to work on his canter. I'm going to have him canter around. I'm going to keep him into the bridle. And then back to the trot. Maybe I'll try to lengthen this trot right here. And he's doing pretty good. He accidentally broke into canter there. But now we'll try it again. And, breaking into the canter doesn't really bug me. He just made a mistake. And then we'll just go right back to his trot. And he's doing pretty good there. And then we try the coming to the bit again at a standstill, and he does it. So now I'm going to reach down and I'm going to tell him that's all I wanted him to do. Just come into the bit at a standstill. I really don't even care if he's squared up at this point, as long as he just comes into the bit and stops when I want to halt him. And we're going to do it 3 times. And if he was to rear again, I'd put him right back to work. But in there he's going to come to a halt again and come into the bit. So the first time I got lucky on getting it again. Second time was a coincidence. The third time he does it in a row, he's starting to understand what I'm asking him to do. And then we're going to try it again here. And he does it. And great job. And I'm going to let him go forward. And I'm going to let him stretch down into the bit. And that's the end of this lesson. This lesson probably took me about an hour to do, but he finally came out of it, and it was a great job on his part.